Hi, my name is Michael Karakopoulos, and welcome to Below the Line. Today we're going to be talking to my good friend Enrique Hernandez about his feature film, Hellbent, and we'll be talking about a few other big budget films. So let's get started. All right, and welcome back. So on today's show, we're going to be mainly focusing on my friend here, my short film director, Enrique Hernandez, and his new film, Hellbent, who he's been filming for about a year now, correct?
Yeah, just about a year. I spent maybe about 3 months working on just demo footage just to have something, for the GoFundMe. So,
Okay.
Because if we just ask for money, nobody's gonna be like, why am I giving you money? So we had to have
All right,
demo
so
footage.
let's start at the beginning with this. So when did you come up with this idea, and how long did it take you to write the script?
Took me, first, maybe about 2 years ago I wrote it. It took me about maybe 2 months, 2 to 3 months to finish it up, and then we started filming the Christmas break of my freshman year of college. So.
Okay. So was it kind of like a passion project, like something that you had like an idea for a long time ago, or did it just sort of like one day you thought of, oh, hey, this would be a really cool idea?
A little bit of both. It was more of a passion project because I want to go into film, but it was definitely something that I had generated and wanted to make, bring it to life rather than just have a script sitting on the shelf.
Yeah,
so.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
And how many pages is the script? Because I remember you telling me it was like a big stack.
It was 196 pages, but I have to condense it down, and I've taken out at least like 30 to 60 pages.
Okay, so now it's what, just like maybe like
I took out a lot of the filler dialogue.
Okay, yeah.
So it's like 136 pages now. So.
Oh dang. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm still kind of scraping.
Yeah.
I'm trimming the fat.
As you're filming.
Yeah.
Okay, so then, well, when you shot the test footage, did you have you had the script finished?
Yeah. The script.
But was that around the time when you started editing it, or was it just sort of like, we have this idea, like we're going to use this scene from the script, or did you just sort of come up with the scene and not, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. For me, because like you said, I already had the script already written out, but one big thing was I wanted to get the most pivotal moment of the script and create it so that people are like, oh dang, But one big thing is we had outdated equipment, so it didn't even look that good, and our mic was from China, so all you hear is just grain and fuzz in the background.
I remember seeing it. I mean, it looked pretty good. I think that it was there were a couple shots that were a little fuzzy.
The equipment really was a big obstacle, but it was just to have something concrete to present to the GoFundMe.
Okay,
so.
All right. Okay, so then. So you started this project, you had an idea of you wanted to make about an hour and a half, 2 hour film, right? So when did you, when you started casting it, did people sort of think you're kind of stepping a little too far over the line, or was it more okay, this sounds like a cool idea, I think we could do it, but how long will it take? Were people hesitant, or were they all
No, no. People are very supportive of the idea of me tackling a full-length film.
Okay.
I actually had casted every character, and it was about 5 people just for the beginning half of the movie. It was 5 people, and one of them got in trouble, and his parents sent him off to boarding school in Dubai.
Really?
Yeah, and then this other kid was oh, my dad's making me work for him in Houston. I can't do it. So I lost every single person. I was geez, I need to get people fast, or this project's not going to be made at all.
Okay, so then how long after that was it that you cast the cast that you have now?
It took me 3 days. It took me 3 days, and I found some of the most ambitious and hardworking people to work on this film.
Okay.
So.
All right. So you got this film, you got it together. So far, do you have an idea of when it's going to come out? Do you have an idea of when you're going to finish filming? Do you have those sort of set in stone?
So I would like to have it set in stone. One big thing as when you're making these movies, you want to have a deadline and meet that goal.
Yeah.
Because when you don't, people are oh, nice, you can meet your goal. But it's difficult to meet my goal when budget constraints. We can't get the best costumes because. I made a short film with my friend Grant, Five Guys. Yeah. And there's a scene where there's cops that invade the home that we're were stealing from, and the cops didn't look like cops because they didn't have cop uniforms. They looked like
just kind of like black button-ups.
No. They had like white button-ups. They looked like angry waiters over cops.
Okay.
Like it looked really bad. So like that's one thing. So if I want to release it by 2019, like Christmas 2019, but it's a toss-up depending on the budget. Depending on the budget, because if we can't meet the budget, we're not buying costumes just yet.
Yeah.
And if we're not getting costumes, then I don't want to put angry waiters out,
Yeah, so. Exactly. So far, have you had, because you did make a GoFundMe page. I remember you were talking about that. You made one that you used the test footage for, and then I think you said that you made a recent one to try and get more money for the equipment.
Yeah, well, it's the same GoFundMe page. Okay. I just had the demo footage on there just to have,
along with pictures and stuff.
And so people, aren't just giving out, money to a cause that they know nothing about.
Well, are people like kind of putting money in? Like, are they actually?
Yeah, well, right now, like we barely are scraping the iceberg, but I recreated the demo footage for the GoFundMe, and I added a sneak peek of one of the scenes in our movie in the end of the video.
It's the bar scene, right? Where
yes,
you guys are sitting down?
At the restaurant. Yeah. My parents know the owner and like the managers of that restaurant. Okay. So like my dad was just like, "Hey, can they film here?" And they're like, "Yeah, let them film."
And how long did that take?
That shot or that scene only took 2 days. And that wasn't. And well, the first day was practice. The second day was
the actual shooting.
Exactly.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
So it went by beautifully.
Yeah.
So.
Well, there you go. So at this point, if you had to put it like in a percentage wise or like on a bar, how far have you come along with the film, and how much do you have left to go?
I've already calculated how many scenes we have total, and we have about like 36.
36 scenes.
36 scenes, like grand total, and we have about like a little less than half of them.
Okay.
So, I don't want to say we're at 50%, but maybe like a good 42% done.
Okay. Yeah.
So like we have like about like 30 to 40 minutes of footage.
Oh, that's not bad.
So
sorry, go ahead.
No. I'm just saying that's about it for the timing and like the.
Okay. All right, and so I talked to Tyler Webster, who's working with you on your shoot, and he said that you guys, your shooting schedule isn't like all year; it's breaks. So you did. Did you say, like he said that you started last Christmas break, and then you did spring break, I think, and then you did summer, and now you're gonna do winter, or is that how it's?
We started in the winter, but that was demo footage. We made the demo footage in 2 days, and then we made like a little mini trailer in a day.
Okay.
We made that in a day, and like our camera, not our camera equipment, our microphone broke.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Our microphone broke, so I resulted in voice memos.
Okay.
Like on the phone, and like I strategically placed it like near people's like chest, so like if they're talking, it won't be too far. It's not an echo.
I had a problem with that.
So got it.
No, I get that. Yeah, no, I mean, I had a problem with that with our cameraman here, Xander. We made a film and we didn't have a boom mic, so we took the end of a golf club without like the actual like piece at the end and taped his phone to it, and we would just have somebody holding it up over like everyone whenever we would go through the scene. So you got to work with you with what you have. So I think I mean, hey, but it came out. I mean, the sound came out pretty good. It came out really good.
To me, I listen to it and it's horrendous. I watch it and I'm like, Jesus Christ. I wish this did not have like 1,000 views. I wish like the other videos would have more views.
Well, yeah, I mean, like I watched back the film that we did with that, and it was kind of like the sound was good. It was just like some of those parts you can tell. I mean, Xander did a really good job with editing it, together. So no, but like I get that. Like it's a complicated thing whenever you're in a situation where you have to make something that people need to look at, but you can't make it look like a big movie. Like you can't make it look like a big budget film. So, I mean, I guess the good news is people reacted to it really well. People thought that it was pretty good, obviously, and you're this far into the production. You're almost 50% done, and so at this point, how do you feel since you've been filming for this long? Like how do you feel like, since it's not yet over, and I guess you're still kind of in the eye of the storm, do you feel like this is going to be like, oh, this is like, I'm really, really super excited, or are you just more focused on like, let's just get this next, get like going into the next like break to be able to film? Like,
yeah, well, touching back to the question you had, like how are we splitting it into breaks? Like we did the demo footage and the trailer Christmas break, all like 1 day each.
Yeah.
And then spring break we were going to film,
Okay.
and then like one of our guys was like, oh, my parents are like sending me off to like vacation, like
yeah,
Europe. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude, come
Okay.
on, you know, like
Yeah.
like don't go to Europe, please, you know. And then so we weren't able to film at all spring break, and then that's when summer came, and that's when we became like super productive. But then, you know, working with everybody's schedule, like I'm like playing producer, like director, writer, actor, and then like it's just it's
stressful.
It's intense.
Yeah.
It's intense. It's not like it's not like horrible, but
no, I mean I get that. Like being the kind of being the director and then also acting in it and kind of with the writing and everything. It's one of those things of like you're not necessarily going to be like, oh, this is going to turn out great. You're more or less just focused on trying to get everything perfect, and then after like it happens, you then look back and say, you know, that wasn't like even though I was so stressed out, like I was still enjoying it. So I feel like, do you think that by the time you finish it, you're going to look back on it and say, you know what, as stressful as it was, I'm still kind of glad that it was made?
Yeah. But you know, I have like, you know, put my blood, sweat, and tears into this. A lot of the scenes that we have, like they have like filler dialogue that I've taken out. So like we have a lot of deleted scenes that you know we'll put in there like later, but like, it's just you know, as long as it ends up like, you know, I just hope it doesn't end up like The Room, you know, by Tommy Wiseau. Like as long as it just does not end up like that, you know.
I think well, I mean, here's the thing. I think like since you have, not that he didn't, but I think like you may have a little bit more experience, especially like at this age, because I think you've done short films or you've like written and acted in things to the point where you're kind of like, okay, I think I have an idea, you know? Especially with nowadays, like I feel like it's a little bit easier because more technology and more of like you have videos online that you can look at of people who are making bigger movies, and you can kind of take from them and sort of put yourself in their shoes and be like, okay, I think I can do this or go down this path, make sure not to do this or not to. So I think, you know, I think you got a pretty good hand on it from what I've heard from a lot, like from mainly Tyler from your cast, because he's the only one I really know. It seems like you have a really good hold on it, and it's not like you're just sort of letting it run free, like you know where it's going.
Like I'm like when it comes to like the filming, I'm like a perfectionist. It's like, you know, even with editing, like one of our scenes, it was like my dad's like friend owns a restaurant like down in like Houston, and he let us film there. And one thing is like we had our boom mic operator having, you know, the mic up, and the air conditioner was like blasting. But it wasn't like it wasn't like right above the mic. It was like a little further down, but it was so loud that it like just hit the mic so much. And I literally spent about 2 weeks just doing audio alone, like not even piecing the clips together and color correction and all that. It was literally just 2 weeks of audio.
Yeah, well, I mean, you have to remember, like with those boom mics, they're super sensitive, so they're gonna get anything. Like they could, you know, you could have somebody like being across the room, have a boom mic over here, and someone's like, you know, just tapping on it, and like you're gonna hear it, you know. So it's the film production value. You know?
We're upgrading, like, because right now we're running on a NTG2, like the boom mic, but right now we're gonna upgrade to like the NTG3 or 4. So all right, well that's pretty interesting. So you know, if is there anything else that you want to be able to like get out to people that, you know, besides the GoFundMe, is there anything else you want to tell them? Say, hey, you know, support this, or, you know, give me this. Yeah, if it's not about, you know, the donations, it's a lot of it's about notoriety. You know, sharing it with your friends, your uncles, your aunts, your dad, your grandparents. It's all about who sees the project, and it'll slowly, you know, get more popularity. And you know, that being said, you know, more people see it, more people are wanting to donate and watch it. So that's one big thing is like the rewards that we have for the people that donate. They get certain rewards for donating, and you know, they get the access to the movie because it's not going to be public, you know. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
And then one last thing before we end this here, you said that you brought some footage for us to see.
Yes, yes, I do.
Okay, so we're gonna watch that. Can you sort of set up, at least like give us like an idea of what it's gonna be, of what we're gonna watch, or do you want to like do it after?
I could give like a brief synopsis about it, so that you kind of know what's going on. Basically, the film is about 5 bounty hunters sent on a job to retrieve a bounty from a millionaire, but the only downside to this job is that they know little to nothing about who they're hunting. So this scene basically just revolves around two of the characters meeting and getting ready for this job.
All right, awesome. So let's roll it.
Rough morning?
Long night.
We got donuts.
Wow. Chocolate and glazed. Unbelievable.
I hate jelly filled and he eats cake donuts. Did you get those files from Sal?
It's right over there on the coffee table.
Perfect, thank you. You don't know what you're missing. You expecting someone?
So I met up with Sal, told him our idea, likes it. Only he pushed a new guy with us.
We already have 4.
Come in!
Dex, you had one job. I told you, guys I can trust. Did you not tell Sal that?
Oh no, I told Sal. You think Sal would want to listen to a muscle man like me? Of course not. Come in!
Do you even know this guy?
He's a random.
Well, that was a pretty good clip, and I'm really excited to see the full cut of the movie. So hopefully we can have you back here whenever it's finished.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate you having me here today.
Oh, well, we appreciate you coming.
Thank you.
If there's anything else you want to say, you can say it now.
That's really it. I want to say thank you to everyone that has watched, everyone that has been cheering us on, and everyone that's been partaking in the production. So.
Yeah, all right. And Enrique Hernandez, everybody, make sure to see his film Hellbent when it comes out December 2019.
Hopefully.
And stay tuned for next week when we'll have more guests on the show. Have a good one.